Variety show, Winsport. It's good to have your company. Now, full contact Thai kickboxing has really only taken off in New Zealand over the past 3 or 4 years. Previously considered by Australians and Americans as too severe a sport, they're now only realising the full potential of Thai boxing and are making moves to learn the techniques of what some say is the most devastating form of full contact fighting today. Although it has a relatively short history in this country, one gym already stands out, gaining both national and international recognition. Leading the way is former champion Sefo Loloheimuli. In the Auckland suburb of Balmoral, in fact, situated underneath this classroom, lies what some say is the #1 Thai boxing club in New Zealand. Currently, the Liga Thai boxing gym in Balmoral lays claim to not less than 7 New Zealand champions and 1 North Island champion. Now, because of their success, some consider this gym to be the #1 in the country, but senior instructor Loloheimuli is quick to play down any illusions of grandeur.
Well, I feel flattered, but we don't think that way at the gym. We don't think that we're the #1 club in the country. The guys at the gym, they're well aware of what people think or want them to think. That's why we always train honestly at the gym.
New Zealand heavyweight champion Vemoa last month defeated the #1 Australian contender by knockout and is rated as one of the most powerful kickers this country has produced.
After going through the normal Kiwi kid things such as playing rugby and rugby league, I decided to take up martial arts, and here I am in Thai boxing. It's an excellent sport. It's one of these sports where you get self-discipline, healthy for your body, as well as something that you can carry around in your pocket when you're out on the street.
How do you find that guys in your gym are out on the street? Are they pretty fighty and bullyish out on the street?
No, totally the opposite. It all stems back to our gym. We're in there as a family, and when you're out in the public, you're just like everyone else, no different.
One of the most experienced fighters in the gym is New Zealand and now Australasian super featherweight kickboxing champion Dyason Kuresa.
I joined when I met Wayne Vaenga at the Mangrove Bridge boxing gym, which Jerry Preston was teaching everyone that was there, and that's where I met Wayne. And I bumped into him and he said that, oh, I've got a kickboxing class here on Tuesday nights in the boxing gym. So I said, oh, and he asked me whether I would like to come and have a look and see what it was like. I said, oh yeah, I'll come. So I turned up, and that was the time I was interested in kickboxing than boxing. Because I find boxing that every time you get hit, they keep going for the head all the time. I didn't want to risk wrecking my brains that early.
New Zealand's champion Jacob Farani turned professional recently to contest the South Pacific title. But a title was the furthest thing from his mind when he took up Thai boxing.
I suppose for a self-defense reason, really. And probably because I was more interested in it than anything else.
And what do you put the success of the club down to?
For the guys, it's like a big family, you know. It's just this big feeling inside the club when you come in. It's not formal, it's informal. You go in there and you feel good automatically, you know. It's not a big barrier that says you can't go over there and talk to the best guy. You can go over there and talk to anybody you like and feel good at the same time.
Part-time model Sefo is the undisputed New Zealand cruiserweight Muay Thai and WKA champion after defeating Warren Sutton last month in a closely fought competition.
You're there, I mean, you're there to perform. If it turns out your way, yeah, you know, you just got to give it your best. You go in there, give it your best, and if you lose, well, at least you know you gave it your best, you know. But like I said before, the attitude of the guys are not to go out there and beat the shit out of the guys, you know. It's just, it's a sport, and they go out and do it, you know. They train to do it, and that's where it turns out. If it turns out they win, well, that's the way it goes.
John Conway, the New Zealand lightweight champion, spent his teenage years in a boxing gym, which saw him fight his way through Australia and Asia, where he gained a greater appreciation of Thai boxing.
Well, I started boxing at intermediate school, full in spare time, to keep fit, and I've been off and on now. It's been 10 years. I boxed quite seriously with Lance Rebel when I was 15 until I was about 19. Went to Australia, fought there a few times, and I fought in Asia, Thailand and Indonesia. And I came back to New Zealand and decided to take it up very seriously.
Boxing.
Thai boxing now.
Why did you make the switch to Thai boxing?
Well, in boxing in New Zealand, it was a bit hard to be matched up with my weight as I was then, and at that time, Thai boxing was a lot more organised. You were pre-matched before you went into a tournament, which I quite liked. Personally, I love it. To me, it's the best sport in the world. Yeah, I wouldn't swap it for any other sport.
The man nicknamed Superman is New Zealand's super heavyweight champion Billy Scanlan, who only started training at the gym this year.
When I was young and that, I always used to get picked on and beaten up, so I thought I'd join the gym, and I found that this was the best.
Why do you think this gym's the best?
Because, well, they're like a family, and well, they've got so many champions in one gym. It's like they've got nothing like it in Australasia.
Do you feel aggressive to your opponent when you go into the ring?
No, I'm relaxed. Actually, I'm nervous.
Jayson Vemoa is the latest of New Zealand champions out of this club, winning the super middleweight title by knockout.
I'm studying towards an NZCE in engineering electronics.
This is a kind of an unusual sport. Why did you take up Thai boxing?
I first took it up for fitness, then later it was self-defense.
These champions freely admit the success of the club doesn't lie solely with themselves as fighters, but rather a mixture of things.
We act as a unit. It's like a family social club.
It's a one big family down here. I always try and make sure that nobody is better than the others. I mean, I treated the champion as the same as novice.
Whether or not this gym, along with its sister gym in Newland, continue to dominate the sport here, the experience and high caliber of fighters already apparent around the country should ensure a healthy future for the sport of full contact kickboxing. And they all are a bunch of good